wanted to ask you about this guy, Pedro Corporan.
Yes.
He's also known as Pedro Cabrera. He is the leader of the Dominican Revolution Party, a top executive for a public relations firm, an anti-drug activist.
and a kingpin.
He allegedly was selling 10 kilos a week to the Jheri Curls and also was arrested for trying to launder $2 million. Who is this guy, Pedro Corporan?
He's very, very... I mean, this is the kind of character movies are made out of, right? This is a guy who used the front of a community benefactor and the political party as a mask, right, for what he was really doing behind the scenes. And some people commented on the video that Pedro Corporan, I remember, I used to see him on TV in DR, or some people that now live in DR from New York and moved back. They're like, yeah, Pedro Corporan, we used to see him on TV, and he's always, he was on talk shows and stuff like that. And I'm like, see, I mean, I didn't know that until after I posted the video. I didn't find that information out. So he's technically still on the run. He
has a warrant out for his arrest.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's never coming back to New York.
So how long has he been gone?
Oh, I think he bounced in '95,
and he hasn't been seen since.
He's been very visible in DR.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And why hasn't the country he been extradited?
He must have paid off President Fernandez or whoever else was in there. Which is probably another podcast we could have about the Dominican criminals on the run.
Yeah. We're gonna get into a lot. We got some time, but man, Pedro Corporan. If everything that's being said about him is true, that's pretty interesting because, like, that's just pure evil. You're an anti-drug activist selling drugs to one of the most violent people that I've ever, a criminal organization that I've ever heard of, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. I didn't know he was on the run, so this is actually good information.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I would say the politicians are worse than the gangsters. I mean, they could triple cross people. They could screw the innocent. They could screw the criminals. They could screw, and they're screwing the public, And he wasn't necessarily a politician here in the U.S., but I also read that he ran some public relations firm. Yeah. So this guy was, criminals are very motivated. They're very ambitious. They could be ambitious on both sides of the law, and that was Pedro Corporan. He's actually a very intriguing character as well. If I could do a story on him, I will.
Yeah, I want to know more. So I hope this conversation is incentivizing you to do some work and find out a little bit more about him, because I definitely want to know more.